Hello students, welcome to Veranda IAS. From the current affairs of science and technology, in this session we are going to learn about Smog Tower. The learning objectives of this particular session will be to explain the concept of Smog Tower, examine Smog Tower in news, then list the components of the Smog Tower, then we will explain the working of Smog Tower, and then we will discuss the impacts of the Smog Tower. Let's first introduce ourselves to what do we mean by the smog tower. Friends, in northern India, in periods like or in months of November and December, there is a huge problem of air pollution. And in this year, it went to that extreme that the schools had to be shut down. Already the schools were shut down because of the COVID, and now the schools had to be shut down for the because the air quality was not good. Even Supreme Court had to interfere that. So in those contexts, the smog towers plays a very significant role. The air pollution, we have to, at one level, we have things like smog tower, but at the another level, we also have to introspect that what kind of environment we are creating, because this environment is not created by the nature. The nature gave us the pure environment, but we disturbed this environment to that extent that we need something to purify the air, which is the most essential and without which we cannot actually survive. So let's start with what meaning of the smog tower. A smog tower is a large-scale air purifier used to combat air pollution. That's the simple thing. So there is a smog. So to control the smog, you have a purifier, and now you need that amount of purifier because the air itself is so polluted that you cannot actually survive in a proper way. Air pollution is a significant issue, particularly during the winter when air quality can remain dangerously low for weeks at a time. This is happening right now in Delhi in the months of November and in the months of December. The pollution towers are being constructed in Delhi in the same manner that China has done in its capital Beijing and other cities. So rather than, smog towers can be a temporary solutions, but the long-term solution is we have to get something done for dealing with the air that we require. So Smog Tower, why it was in news? Simply, the Arvind Kejriwal, Delhi's chief minister, launched India's first pollution tower in Connaught Place in August 2021. So Connaught Place is a very famous place in Delhi. It is a central Delhi. So he launched, they initiated or they constructed a smog tower over there. The state government's Delhi Pollution Control Committee was the primary body for the tower's construction. That is the information about it. From exam point of view, you can just remember it is established in Delhi, specifically in Connaught Place, because Connaught Place is again very, it has kind of in history. So specifically, if you have to remember Connaught Place in Delhi. IIT Mumbai, IIT Delhi served as the technical advisors on the project, which was managed by the Tata Projects Limited. So this is again one of the factual information about this. This is India's first demonstration of large-scale outdoor air purifying system. So large first experiment. So first experiment, Delhi. That's the simple factual information about this particular thing. And that was the news. And that because of that only we are learning this session, learning this in this session. Now, what are the components of the smog tower? So obviously, we'll have the factual information. Again, this factual information is for your information. Nothing significant from the exam point of view, except some technical details. So we'll look into that. The construction stands 24-meter tall, almost equivalent to an 8-story building. So that high it is, 24-meter tall is that high. An 18-meter concrete tower capped by a 6-meter tall canopy. There are 40 fans at its base, 10 on each side. So that is the factual information. So it is almost 24-meter tall. Then further, each fan, now this is important, each fan can exhaust 25 meters cubic meters per second of air. How much? Each fan can exhaust 25 cubic meters per second of air, totaling 1000 cubic meters per second of the air for the tower. So that is the amount of air that it can purify. 5000 filters are housed in 2 tiers within the tower. The filters and the fans are American made. So there is a contribution of America, the filter and the towers that are made. So that again in the times to come, if we require that amount of towers, we should not require, but if we are requiring, then indigenously also they can be developed in the times to come. Further, now what is the working of the smog tower? This is the point which is important. Now the tower is equipped with a downdraft air cleaning technology created by University of Minnesota. So remember this downdraft air cleaning technology. They can ask you a question where actually this technology is used. This is used in the smog towers. Now this was created by the University of Minnesota. Obviously this is in United States. According to Anwar Ali Khan, senior environmental engineer of the Delhi Pollution Control Committee who oversaw the project. That is, the air that travels through the smog tower is filtered to generate clean air that exists. So see, if this is a tower, if the air is entering, you have the fans at the bottom, so the air is entered, and then this air, whichever it is entering, it is being filtered, and this filtered air is again passed out. So that is the simple procedure. So downdraft air cleaning system. These methods of air purification are well established scientifically and are commonly employed to purify interior air with little air exchange with the outside. Now let's move on to study the impacts of the smog tower. According to the IIT Bombay's computational fluid dynamics modeling, the tower might have an effect of air quality up to 1 kilometer away. So that is a significant impact that is stated by the IIT Bombay's one of the significant departments. Now the tower's air quality will be monitored automatically through a supervisory control and data acquisition system. So this is just to monitor the quality, how it is working, how it is functioning, and all those things will be done by this supervisory control and data acquisition system. Further, apart from temperature and humidity, continuous measurement of particulate matter 2.5 and particulate matter 10 will be made and displayed on the boards atop the tower. Now this is done in majority of the cities now. Now here in this case it will be telling about the particulate matter of 2.5 and particulate matter of 10 and that how much it is there, so that will be displayed on the board. So nowadays, even as I said, in many of the cities also you will find the pollution related information is being shared at various spots and all those things. So that is again nothing new, but that again will give us an idea as to what is the level of particulate matter in that particular tower. Now then further, monitors will be deployed shortly at various distances from the tower to ascertain the impact of these distances. Now again, as I said, this is being done at many levels and many places where they put the board, and in majority of the cities they are there. So just at least we should be aware about what is the level of pollution that we are living into, or what is the level of particulate matter, and how it can, just by having the visuals of that, then we can realize ourselves only that what quality of air actually we are breathing. Now the project's objective is to offer clean air in confined spaces. So that is what we have been discussing up till now. So to summarize what we have learned about the smog tower. What is it? It is a tower which basically purifies the air. And why we need to purify the air? Because the air that we breathe, we ourselves have polluted that air to that extent that we cannot breathe it. Then further, smog tower in the news is what we studied. So it was established in Delhi. Then components of the smog tower, the fans and the height and the width and all those things. Then working of the smog tower, which is again very simple. The working which was developed by the University of Minnesota, and then we studied the impacts of the smog tower, that it can purify the air up to 1 kilometer distance. So with that, I hope you have understood this particular session. But we at large, we hope that the air that we breathe into should be the clean air, and that should be done only by the humans. So if we have to think about the generations that will be coming. So that's it for this session. See you in another one. Thank you.